Hello everyone, welcome to day 4 of our 7-day beginner yoga challenge. Today's practice is called Root to Rise. We're focusing on grounding in order to find stability and strengthen our yoga practice. So when you're ready, we'll start in a kneeling position on our mat in hero's pose. Feel free to use the blanket under your knees or under your seat in this posture. Coming into the kneeling position with toes untucked, bring your hands together at your center. Finding length with your spine, focusing on the breath, expanding the rib cage. From here, we're going to do a couple rounds of a mini flow on your knees to move your body and get you connected with your breath. Within your hero pose, take a nice inhale, exhale everything out. Now as you inhale, focus on pressing your shins into the mat, reaching your fingertips up towards the ceiling, standing on your knees, coming into your upward salute, opening up through your chest. As you exhale, send your hips back, floating your forehead towards the mat, coming into a child's pose. From here, as you inhale, come back up into your tabletop, finding stability in your core here. Exhale, send your hips back over your feet, coming back into your hero position. And we'll go through this about 4 more times following our inhales and exhales. Inhale, pressing our legs into our mat, coming into the upward salute. Exhale, send your hips back into child's pose. Inhale, pressing into the palms, coming into tabletop. Exhale, send your seat back over your feet, finding your stillness in your hero's pose. Inhale, ground into the mat. Reach up towards the ceiling, opening up through your chest. Exhale, float your forehead down to the mat, coming into your child's pose. Inhale, press into the palms, coming into tabletop. Exhale, send your seat back over your feet. Palms come to touch at heart center. Inhale, fingertips come up towards the ceiling, grounding through the knees, opening up the chest. Exhale, send the hips back into your child's pose. Inhale, press up into your tabletop. And exhale, bring your hips, sending them back towards the feet, coming back into your seated hero's position. Throughout our practice here, we're going to be focusing on grounding through our body, connecting it with the mat, connecting it with the ground to find stability throughout our entire body. So from here, come back into our tabletop position, really pressing into all 4 corners of the hands here, finding your stability. Now, bring your right foot in between your hands, coming into your runner's lunge. So extend your left leg out behind you, coming onto your toes. Find that stability. Press through your front foot, press through your back foot. Round through all 4 corners of the foot, ground into the mat. Now, step your left foot forward to meet your right foot, keeping a nice generous bend in your legs. Taking a moment here to ground through your feet. Connect with your mat. Connect with your breath. On the next inhale, we're going to slowly come up, 1 vertebrae at a time, to come into your mountain pose. Gaze forward. Shoulders relax, maintaining a nice long neck and spine, engaging your core, palms facing forward. fingertips extended. Lift the kneecaps to engage your thigh muscles. And begin to connect with the ground. Begin to connect with your breath. Inhaling, focusing on the breath, allowing it to relax you. Good. From here, we're going to shift our weight over to our right, slowly peeling our left foot up, bringing the knee parallel to our hip, focusing on balancing here. It's okay if you can only hold this for a brief moment. Focusing on the stability in your right foot. Inhale, elongating the spine. Exhale, relaxing the shoulders. Now slowly release the left knee, bringing the left foot down to the ground. Now we're going to prepare for tree pose. From here, shifting our weight again over to the right side of our foot. You could either bring your left foot right next to the ankle. You could also bring it on your calf. Or, if it fits your practice, you could bring your foot on the right inner thigh. Remember, you want to avoid placing your foot into your knee. Now, hands come to prayer at heart center. Focusing on a single point in front of you. Centering your breath, centering your mind. Grounding through all four corners of your right foot. Finding that balance, finding that stability. Connecting with your breath. To get out of this pose, grab your left foot and release it back down to the ground. Connect both feet with the mat. Finding your center. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, fold. Bring your hands down to the ground. It's okay to have your knees bent here. And slowly walk your feet back to get into tabletop position. Now, we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Bring our left foot in between both of our hands. Press into the back right toes, into the mat, lengthening our right leg, coming into our runner's lunge, finding that stability in our left foot. Connect with your breath and slowly begin to bring your right foot next to your left. Keeping a nice generous bend in your legs, taking a moment here to ground through your feet. Connect with your mat, connect with your breath. On the next inhale, we're going to slowly come up, one vertebrae at a time, to get into your mountain pose. Bring your awareness back to your breath. Allow the breath to relax your body, to relax your mind, feeling strong and connected with the ground, connected with your mind, connected with your body, and connected with your breath. Good. We're going to focus on our balance again. Shift our weight over to the left. Slowly peel the right foot off the mat, bringing the knee parallel to our hip, focusing on balancing here. Remember, it's okay if you fall a little bit. You could practice it near a wall or a chair if that makes you feel more comfortable. Now release your right knee, allowing your foot to float back down to the ground. Good. From here, we're going to prepare for our tree pose. Relax your breath. Find your center. Shift your weight over to the left this time. And place your foot in any of the positions we mentioned before, either on the ankle, or the calf, or the inside of your left thigh. Hands come to prayer at heart center. focus on a spot in front of you to provide more balance and stability. Inhaling, expanding the rib cage. Exhaling, relaxing your body, finding your center. Grounding in all four corners of your foot. Good. Now to get out of this pose, grab your right foot and release it and slowly let it float back down to the ground. Connect both feet with the mat, finding your center. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, fold. Bring your hands down to the ground. It's okay to have your knees bent here. And slowly walk your feet back to get into tabletop position. Connect with your breath. Inhale. Exhale, and sit back into your child's pose. You could either keep your knees close together, or my favorite, keeping your knees as wide as your mat. You could choose to use a bolster or a pillow to place under you. You could stack your fists and relax your forehead on them, or you could choose to bring your forehead to the mat. Hands come into a nice diamond shape. Connecting with your breath. Connecting with your body. Notice today what you had trouble with or what you had strength with, and find an appreciation for your practice. Even if you fell, find an appreciation. Even if you had tightness, even if there was something there that you didn't want to happen on your mat, find an appreciation for it. Because when you begin to exchange expectations and switch them with appreciations, a shift begins to happen on the mat. A shift begins to happen in your life. Notice the philosophy you learn physically, mentally, and spiritually on your mat. You could bring it with you off the mat, finding those connections, those appreciations towards yourself, towards life. We live in a beautiful world, in a beautiful time. Take notice of that. Thank you so much for joining me today. And stay here as long as you light on your mat, and I'll see you in the next practice. Hello. I hope you're in a nice state right now, feeling better than you did before this practice. I just wanted to remind you to gently hit that like button and subscribe button, and to not forget to sign up below to get the 7-day calendar and email tips that go along with these videos. Take care.